This week's review preview game of the week is a crosstown contest between Unity Christian and MOC-Floyd Valley. The Dutch won last year's ballgame 42-14 against the Knights. They enter this week's game with a 1-1 record coming off a 52-28 loss at Sergeant Bluff Luton. The Dutch and coach Tom Rupp are looking forward to lining up against a team that features many familiar faces. Coach Rupp also said the key to this week's game is going to start with the line play on both sides of the football.
It's usually a great game to have in town here. Lots of fans. The atmosphere is really awesome. Our kids are excited. They know the kids that they're going to play, and so it's always a fun event for us. Well, we've learned that you have to do the little things right, and you have to focus and play as a team. So that lesson we're trying to hit home this week is play together, do your job, trust each other. It's not easy to get a bunch of 16 to 17-year-old guys to do the same thing and trust each other and work together. So that's a big challenge for us this week. Basically, up front is where it starts on both sides of the ball. We've got to be able to shut the run game down with our guys up front, putting people into the backfield. Linebackers have to trigger and read, and we're going to have to be really sound in the secondary. They've got some good weapons. So good team defense, tackle better than we tackled a week ago. Offensively, we've got to make sure our pad level's correct and be able to establish that run game so that all the passing that comes off it is effective.
Discover a satisfying future at AgroPure, the cheese people in Hull, Iowa. You'll find great wages, excellent benefits, and a friendly team environment. The processor of 15 great cheeses, AgroPure, has a future for you. Apply online at the address on your screen.
Unity Christian is 0-2 and is coming off a 15-6 loss against Woodbury Central. The Knights have played solid defense this season, but special teams miscues and offensive woes have left them still searching for that elusive first win. Coach David Griffith said the Knights need to shore up those special teams mistakes and that the defense can't let MOC-Floyd Valley quarterback Brady Scott have a game similar to the one he had last year against the Knights defense.
I think get excited. You know, I just asked the guys how many know somebody on MOC's team, and almost every hand went up in the practice. So, you know, these are guys that, you know because you go to high school in the same city, you live in the same town, maybe even go to the same church in some cases. So, yeah, these guys are excited to play each other, I'm sure. And, you know, we need to come out and you know, achieve in our third game. Well, you know, in football, you learn, and then you also relearn. And I think we've relearned the importance of special teams, that special teams can change the outcome of a game. I mean, you say, well, that's obvious, right? Well, you know, you think your preparation's there, and then, you know, even we didn't have the personnel on the field a couple times, you know, and had to call it timeouts. I mean, special teams is just, we put even more time in. You know, we've relearned the value of special teams, and one could make the case that we lost both games on special teams. We're going to have to defend Brady Scott. I mean, he's a senior quarterback that, as a junior, for the season, he passed for 801 yards, and 266 of those passing yards were against us. So that's a third essentially. And then also he got nearly 100 yards on the ground against us. So I mean, you know, individually, Scott as a junior got about 350 yards against us last year. So I mean, if he has another game like that, then we don't have a chance. Play good defense. Also got to get the run pass mixture going. We got to do better on offense. Got to move the football. You know, we rushed 38 times last game and had 23 net gained yards. So anytime you rush for less than a yard to carry, you know, that's a problem, right? A big problem.